Hey Libra, happy equinox. I'm doing a different reading today. I have 3 cards, one card representing each month of spring. So we're going to do this with March, April, May, June, taking us up to the solstice. And then we will have a mini reading for each month. So let's start by turning over our cards. Okay. Acceptance of love, forgiveness, and flying ointment, letting loose. Okay. So let's start out with acceptance of love and March, April. Okie dokie. We have release, autumnal equinox, okay, shaman, unfoldment. Let's just take, here, I just want that one. One more, okay. It feels like something needs to be released. It feels like you've been going through something, like something that you want to hide from, something that has caused you to turn inward for some reason. Maybe you've been hurt, someone's hurt you. Maybe something's happened to make you question yourself. And it feels like it needs to be let go of. It's something that's there that needs to be healed. As we get the shaman right here. But it's starting to fall away. It's starting to, like, you've been in this cave, you've been in this period of inward reflection maybe. Maybe you've had some poor dealings with people and they've really made you question your thoughts, who you are, your situation, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your life. And the message there is that it's all unfolding as it should. This is necessary for your spiritual development. And as I look at this card, it's like the darkness is crumbling away. It's kind of falling to the wayside as the sun is peeking through. See, it almost feels like the sun is coming up there. It's like you've been in this period of darkness, but light is coming. And the more you release, the more you heal and release, the more light is going to come into your life. See, you have this dark forest. And this message here is loving yourself, finding a way to love yourself. And this forgiveness card, even though it's the next month, it's perfect because it feels like as you go through this dark period, you've really needed to connect to but to find your place and find your acceptance of yourself. And maybe you're not there yet. That's why this is the next month's card. But this is like the message is embracing the differences in yourself. Like what they're showing me is you have this vision of yourself, or you had this vision of yourself, and maybe that vision was dependent on the expectations of your family, society, whatever that is. And you had those expectations, but as you went through these challenges, as you went through this darker period, you saw a different side of yourself. And that's been difficult for you because the expectations that you had for yourself are different. And so you've kind of been in this dark night of the soul period where your shadows are coming up, and you're like, well, I don't like that piece of myself. But that's a piece of yourself. That's who you are, the light and the dark. And the more that we can embrace our shadows, the more we can embrace all of us, all of ourselves, and learn to love all of ourselves. And even though this card is, probably not what it's intended for, look at how much she's enjoying. See this light? See the darkness, the night? It's the light and the dark. And she's embracing and loving it and being free. It's finally finding that freedom because you're able to love yourself fully for who you are. Let's see if there's any messages. It feels like your sacral chakra, and I know there's nothing in here really orange, but it feels like your sacral chakra is unfolding, and the sacral chakra is really tied to like who you are, like your basis for being. I can't remember the name, what they say, but there's like each chakra has like I am and I have, and there's different, I can't remember what it is for sacral chakra, but it's basically like your identity. And I think you've gone through some shifts. Likely the ego has created this persona for you, this mask. And the ego is not bad. The ego helps us. It's there to help us. And so I don't have problems with the ego until the ego starts to control us. And most of us, because of pain and trauma and hurt and things that have happened to us in our lives, we tend to mostly be ego instead of letting our soul come up. And this feels like as you become clearer, as the shroud falls around who you really are, your personality, your divine soul is coming out, and you're starting to identify that. And so this is a wonderful thing. This is beautiful. It has some things unfolding. I'm sorry, I didn't realize how supremely loud my straw was against my glass. So I'm sorry for that clanging. As you know, with autumn, we're in the spring equinox. And with the autumn equinox, the days are getting shorter. Where things are falling away. And that's, even though we're exactly opposite, it does feel like you're starting to release, let go of what you have, some of the things you have built your life around. Like all these leaves, they've been there all summer, and they've shaded the forest, and it's been wonderful and beautiful, and they serve their purpose, but they're no longer useful. And so those things need to fall away. And that's where you're at going into March and April. You're starting to discern what is useful and what's no longer useful. And the universe is helping you because the universe knows. So just know, as things start to fall away, maybe relationships, jobs, things like that, as things don't make sense, it's because you're becoming more aligned with your true identity, your soul's identity, and your authentic self. Okay, so let's move into April, May. See what April, May has in store for us. Okay, April, May for Libra. April, May for Libra. Okay. Angel of Strength, the Garden and the Gate, Caring Connections. Let's just do one more. So what comes up first, the first thing I felt is you felt alone. You've been strong. You've had to process emotions. You've been going through this difficult period. You've felt secluded, possibly, for some of you, maybe not all. You've been on guard. Maybe your triggers have been very, very, maybe you have been very triggered lately. Things have been triggering you because as you go through the healing process. And I get the words coming through, when is this going to end? You see, even though she's in this beautiful environment, there's something else that's not right. There's something that's off, and she feels lost. That's what I'm feeling, is lost. But you're moving through that. Forgiveness, forgiving you. So the message that's coming through for this card is for the people who have wronged you. Now, this is an analogy that I have to remind myself all the time, because I am a Leo. I'm a fire sign, double fire sign actually, rising and sun sign. And I hold grudges like nobody's business. And I constantly have to remind myself. So there's an old proverb or some kind of saying that basically says something about if you get, okay, nope, I'm totally going to screw this up. I read another one the other day that it's like if the snake bites you, if you get bitten by a snake, the poison is in you. If you chase the snake down and try to make the snake feel bad for what they did, the poison you're going to succumb to the poison and die. If you just take care of healing yourself, then you're going to heal, because snakes do what snakes do. That's who they are. We hope that they would change, but they're not likely to. And so what we can do, though, is we can release the anger and the resentment that we have toward people. And I am going to draw another card about that. See if there's anything that my guides suggest for helping you release anger and resentment. Okay, well, walking away, there you go. Walk away from the situation. It is difficult. I get that. I've had to do that countless times. It is, and you want them to pay, or you want some kind of justice for what happened. But the best thing you can do is walk away from yourself. And that's, look at that. It's that gate and the gate. Obviously, different girls, but she's finally on the other side of the gate. It's like any kind of resentment or anger is keeping you locked in this kind of self-made prison. The best thing you can do for yourself is walk away and find new friends, find new relationships, find new business connections. The best thing that you can do to find justice is succeed. And you have the opportunity to succeed. If you walk away and you make new friends, find another relationship, if you walk away and move on, you will get victory. It's there. It's literally in the cards. So allow yourself to move out of this period, release, let go. Heal, absolutely heal. Work through any emotions you have. If you are angry, don't suppress it. Allow yourself to be angry, but move through it. When you feel anger coming back to the surface, do things like tapping. I do Ho'oponopono, the violet flame, the golden flame, anything like that that resonates with you to help you heal and transmute that stuck energy, absolutely do. That will help you. That will help you work through these emotions in a healthy way, not just stuffing it back down inside yourself and keeping and holding on to the anger and resentment. You just have to work through it time and time again. And it can be a process that takes years. But as long as you're doing little bits, you're going to find that success. You're going to find these opportunities to grow and blossom. And I do see that for you. I mean, as soon as I was seeing that or saying that, my guides just made me look at this card, and things are taking off. They said things are taking off for you. Okay, so let's put these cards aside, and then we will look at May, June, up to the solstice. Okay, May, June for Libra. What's coming up for Libra, May and June time frame? What is coming up for Libra? Okay. Carry me home. Okay. The gift. Okay, mother and daughter. Oh, okay. Solace. It still feels like you're carrying some burdens, some heavy energy. Like you still have not necessarily cleared all this energy going into May, June, or it's just kind of circular and coming back around. And that could be different layers, because there's layers. Sometimes we'll go up a layer, like we'll feel we're progressing, and then all of a sudden we get moved back and back and back, and it feels like we're rehashing the same stuff, but it's just different layers. And so what could be happening come May, June is just you're working on a new layer of release and healing. But this card is allow others to help you. We talked about this caring connections right here. And so others are willing to help you, whether it's financially or, maybe finding another job, or emotionally, and just you want to talk things out for emotional support. But others are there for you and rely. And it feels like you've been very solitary, like very closed off, like you have to be alone. You don't want to rely on others. You don't want to ask for help. Like you want to be very solitary for whatever reason. That might not be right for everyone. But you have this opportunity to ask for help. And I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted looking at the numbers. We have a 27 and a 47, and a 21 and a 41, and a 2. Sevens indicate success, things coming to fruition. You have a 14 and a 41, angel numbers. 2s is you're on the right path. You're on the right path. Okay, something is coming. A gift is coming. An offering. It feels like an offering. Someone is reaching out to help you. They'll either be giving you some kind of guidance or help. Maybe some kind of, you get like a job offer. Maybe you win a prize. It could be so many things. But someone, I'm getting something that someone's reaching out to you. Maybe it's just, to say, I really love what you're doing. You're really talented, or something like that. But it feels like you still need to rest a little bit. It feels like after the healing, after, you've gone through healing in some darker places, things are about to take off. Like, you have these two cards about potential and growth, things taking off. But, you have these three that are still very, like, people are sleeping, you're tired. The message there is to rest. So you see, like, 2 and 2 and then 7, you're on a path to success. You're on the right path. It's just the beginning stages. And this is saying have some fun. Relax, have some fun. Don't take things too seriously. Find ways to bring yourself joy. Find ways to let loose, whatever that means for you. Because movement is coming. And often there is a lot more movement during the summer, because the summer is more of a masculine energy, and masculine energy is usually action oriented. And so spring in and of itself is all about growth and planting the seeds. And come summer, the seeds have been planted, and you see the growth. And we have that growth, nurturance. So allow yourself to heal, move through this process during the spring. Make sure you're having fun. And soon you will see the growth of the seeds that you've planted. Okay, I'm going to do one more card. And that is from my own deck. It's digital. Okay, Libra for spring. Okay. Chakra of divine love. So this is one of your upper chakras. And this chakra is all about connecting to a space that is so filled with love. It's healing and magical. And as we go back to this card, finding that connecting with this can help you find that inner self-love. The more you love yourself, the easier it is for you to move through any of these hardships and challenges and put you in a place, a happy vibration for victory and gifts and whatever amazing things are coming for you. Okay? I hope you have an amazing spring. If you liked this reading, Libra, I would very much appreciate you clicking on the like button. Subscribe if you want to hear more of my readings or see more of my readings. If you have any questions or comments about anything in the reading, I would love to have you comment. And I'm wishing you all the best, and I will see you back here soon.